Yo, how's it going, everyone? It is that time once again. We are back for the Dokkan early stream. We got our data download on both versions today. The global one hit about 20 minutes ago, I think. How's everyone doing today? This fine Monday morning, start of a new week. Shout out to Christopher over on the Twitch side for the Twitch Prime sub. I appreciate you. 7 months, my favourite YouTuber. Good luck on your summer's thinking. Hey, I appreciate you. I don't know. I probably will, when it comes to the part 2 Piccolo, I probably will just use the free tickets. I don't think I'll use any stones. I've only got 130. So, you know, by doing all the content that's out with Piccolo, I would be able to do like 3 multis, but I didn't get the Vegeta and Nappa. I don't feel like it's probably worth it for me. I can just use the private server to showcase the Part 2 LR and like the Easy A and everything. Although, I mean, I said that about the Vegeta and Nappa and the Saiyan, like the Raditz Easy A's and stuff, and like then they just never bothered to add them onto the private server. Like, the private server that I use still doesn't have the Raditz and Nappa Easy A's on it, so it's kind of annoying. It's funny, I did finish link leveling that Krillin the other day, so he's about to get his awakening. Which then, of course, means he'll have another link. So you can go right back on the link level team. Let's go. Yeah, Drace, how's it going? Mia, how's it going? LP, let's go home early. Super 17 Fighters reveal. Nice. I don't even think they were still bringing out updates for Fighters. That's crazy. But yeah, the awakening for Krillin is the only Dokkan Frontier like awakening in the data download, which means they're obviously not awakening the Goku into an LR yet. So we still don't know how long. We'll potentially have to wait for that to happen. Yeah, the awakening of Krillin is him in the Saiyan battle armor as well, which is pretty cool. Quest mode Chelsea. Yeah, I was just having a quick look at Twitter to see if there was anything about the Super 17. For some reason, when I don't really care for the unit, I end up pulling it. Yeah, I know, that's the typical thing. That's exactly what happened to me with the physical Goku and Piccolo. Like, I really didn't care about getting them at all, and then I think I got them, like, straight away. It's always the way when you don't really care about a character. Then the summons are easy, and then when it's a character that you really want. Like, in Saiyan Day, Majin Vegeta took me, like, 2,000 stones to pull. It's crazy to think, because like nowadays I would never use that many stones on like one banner. Apart from the anniversary, but that's because I would usually have a decent amount of stones going into the anniversary, but... yeah, I'm not seeing anything about... at least that's been recently posted on the timeline about Super 17 and Fighters. Like I said, I'm surprised they're still even doing updates for Fighters.
All right, let's do this.
But yeah, the big thing is I purposely didn't do my schedule last night because it wasn't 100% confirmed. But yeah, the big thing is confirmation of World Tournament this week. So in fact, that means I can close my schedule template because it will be a different one this time. It will be the because I've got a schedule template with the World Tournament weekend on it, because obviously it looks very different to what my normal one looks like. Well, someone got a level 10 link because my power level went up by 1,000. That's the thing I love about the menu update, is the fact that you can, if you haven't noticed like your character is at the end of the fight, when you go back to the main screen and then it shows the like power level went up by 1,000, so then you know that somebody got a level 10 link. I think it's that Goku getting his first one. Those guys have only just been put on the team. This guy's got 4 links. Let's go. Obviously he's going to have more once he awakens, but Xenoverse 2, yeah, true. I mean, Xenoverse 2 is still obviously actively ongoing. I knew that, but also about this weekend, Rip Breakers. Hasn't Breakers been like essentially dead for quite a long time? That was my understanding, at least, that there hasn't been much going on with that game for a while. RE4 remake finally done 100%. Played when it dropped, had the desire to get the platinum after RE9. Still not doing 2 or 3. I think I did. The only thing I haven't done on 3 is the Insanity difficulty playthrough, because it's horrendous. Also, there's no autosaves. Like, there's a zombie that they add in right at the beginning that kills me almost every single time I try. And then the one time I managed to get past him, I got all the way through to the facility under the hospital because I had the infinite ammo rocket launcher. And then I got killed by an enemy that they'd added in the Insanity one that I didn't expect to be there. It's one of those things from the sewer that can like eat you whole if it gets too close. And one of those randomly spawned in like behind me. And because I had no idea that it was going to be there, it killed me. And because Insanity has no autosaves, so that was it. That was game over. Back to the beginning. Like, and so I just gave up then at that point. That was it. That was it for me at that point. That was unbelievable. But it's one of those things. As much as it sucks and as it is hard, I like the fact that Insanity does that. Adds in like the extra enemies and stuff. It's like gives it that sort of freshness, but it's really annoying when you play it for the first time and you don't know, so you die to an enemy that was not there. Because obviously to get to the point of being able to play the Insanity one, I'd just done multiple playthroughs like back to back. So I know, like, once you get to the point where once you've done a couple of playthroughs in a row and you're going through for the challenges and stuff, you know the game like inside out. You know where all the enemies are and stuff. So then an enemy getting thrown in that wasn't there before in the normal playthrough, like just that one change can be enough to completely throw off your run and you lose. So good times. Boss fight with Hunk is toxic on Insanity. Oh, I only did when I got to the when I got to Hunk. I hadn't unlocked the unlimited ammo rocket launcher at that point, but I just bought a rocket launcher from the shop as Leon, and then you go into the fight, immediately shoot the rocket launcher at him, and then swing the axe once, and then you win. Because you have to kill him with the axe, but see, God Shen easier. I see that he is getting one. I haven't seen the actual details yet, but yeah, I know that he is getting one. It's weird that that's the only that's like the only thing for the World Tournament is like one EZA. One EZA, no awakenings, like because like what are they doing with all the ones that haven't awakened yet? Like the Team Goten and Trunks, like. What's going on with these World Tournament? Why are they like waiting to do them? Doesn't make sense. Breaker's shambling along. RE3 zombie. The RE4 Berserker Plus mod. I think I have heard of that. But yeah, it sounds crazy. Isn't that for the... Is it for this for the normal RE4, isn't it? It's interesting that they're adding those sticker effects from the Frontier mode, though, to a bunch of cards that, like, you just won't use. Like, the third form Frieza support unit is getting one, but, like, he hasn't been viable for a long time. Like... Gochen has LR Khalifa dodge ability for the first hit. Oh, well, he automatically dodges the first hit, like, every turn. That's pretty good. Don't bother with special effects for art. I'm not going to be staring at it every day. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's just the missions are there to be done, so we do them, but it's not a huge issue. Some people complaining about some of the missions not being doable if you don't have the character. But, like, the reward is only for the character, so... Oh yeah, that is true. He hasn't EZA'd yet, has he? Because in my mind I was thinking, because, you know, it's not like he's ever going to get a super EZA. But that is true. He hasn't EZA'd yet. And that Tech Piccolo's getting one as well, who was the Goku's banner unit. So maybe they will get EZAs at some point soon. That'd be nice. Super Boo got a battle motion in one of the most recent, like, data download things, I think. Tail survived spot fit should boosted her power level up to god level, she was just saying. Yeah, that would be a significant Zenkai boost. Imagine Raditz versus Broly. Get to learn what Goku and Piccolo felt like. Yeah, I don't think I've actually seen the Super Buu battle motion in game. Because it was it last week that happened? He got his battle motion. Movie Heroes team. I keep forgetting about the whichever fight it is that you fight Baby. I can't remember what typing he is, but I remember the last time I did this, he managed to beat like 2 of my teams, I think. 2 weeks ago. I was just thinking, because then in theory that means I have done a Battlefield run since he got it, which means I just wasn't... Oh, he might not have been on rotation, to be fair, because I only have the 1 Super Buu on that Extreme Physical team. Super Buu goes battle motion with Dabura. Oh wow, okay. It was even longer ago than I thought. Him and Tech LR Fusion Zamasu got their battle motions with Dabura. Yeah, I forgot about Zamasu. Man, I can't wait for Tech LR Fusion Zamasu to get his Easy A. Piccolo should be okay. Thoughts on potential LR Final Form Freezer for Golden Week? I've seen people talking about that more on the timeline. I think D. Simons posted about it. Like, again, the theory that, like, Golden Week is going to be LRs as well. Like, I kind of hope not. I don't like this idea of, like, every celebration that isn't just the filler. Like, every celebration moving to being LRs. But I mean, we definitely need a final form Frieza. So in terms of like the choice, I would be happy with it. It's more so the yeah, I don't want them to be LRs, but be quite happy to actually get a final form Frieza. Everything being LRs makes them less special. I mean, I feel like it has been that way for a while now. Like, because yeah, just everything has been LRs for quite a long time. And yeah, it does make it less like... LRs were such a cool thing when they first came out because they were like few and far between, and they were really powerful compared to everything else, whereas obviously now everything is an LR. So it's extreme physical. I don't think I use my super STR team for anything, do I? Blue Goku doing Blue Goku things and just immediately not dodging. He dodged the super though, so that's the important thing. Danger of everything being LRs means potentially a new rarity. Well, yeah, that's the other thing as well. When all the celebrations end up becoming LRs, then LRs completely lose any form of speciality or whatever you want to call it, and then yeah, that's when a new rarity will potentially come along. Which is not something that I because wasn't it last year like fewer TURs came out than ever before in a year, and now it's going to be even less if Golden Week is LRs as well. Back to you, I was worth using beyond the team, just not having any options besides them. Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of teams now, if you even are running a TUR, it's because they're like, there's no other LR to put on the team in their place. There's very few like, I mean, like mini Daima Goku is still like a good choice for the Daima team, but there's not a lot of situations where there are TURs that you would run over other like LRs. Yeah, Rohit, how's it going? we get LR Tapion's EZA? I don't know. Sorry, I was looking for that fighters thing that someone said about and completely forgot to go back onto the Twitch chat. Berserker RE4, you start off in the village of nothing but chainsaw guys. Oh god. Yeah, some of the mods are really like... I talked about yesterday when we were playing Resident Evil 3. The fact that like a lot of the mods for Resident Evil, like when I was saying about people who are just insanely good at Resident Evil yesterday, a lot of the mods feel like you have to be that expert level at like you're perfect at dodging zombies everywhere, you know all the enemies' attack patterns, you know all the like frame timing for like being able to avoid all the attacks, and then the mods are just like, right, now that you know all of that stuff, let's make the difficulty insanely high. Yeah, it's just insane, like... And as we saw yesterday with my many fumbles in that Resident Evil 3 run. I'll do one rotation for Goku Piccolo, they seem good enough. Yeah, it's one of those things where I would be tempted to do a couple of summons just because of the summon points, but... as I've said before, like you shouldn't really summon on banners that you wouldn't summon on before, just for the summon points. Summon points are not worth it if it's not a banner that you were not like going to summon on already anyway. My main complaint with Dokkan at the moment is boss HP and damage. Dodge or die in 30-minute stages are horrible for new player retention. Yeah, I do agree. Like, fights shouldn't be taking as long as they do. A lot of the time. And some of these challenges, like that 5 turns one that we were trying to do yesterday, it's like... bosses have so much HP. Thanks, Christopher. Physical Evil Pride, Frieza, Final Form. No, the Physical Angel Frieza is like the oldest TUR in the game that doesn't have an EZA. Oh, really? Of all the starting rotations I could have got with this garbage. Like, unless they immediately super and Vegito counters, he probably just dies. And I can't, no one goes in slot 1. Just about survived. There's a huge difference though, went from taking 200k to taking like double-digit damage. Timer 5 turns mission was super hard. I still haven't done it. It's fun to run on those old legendary Goku events. Yeah. Yeah, being an older stacking character. Use the Super AGL team and hope I actually get a good starting rotation this time. I mean, I guess Goku technically can't die, so... I was watching him play Dragon Ball Legends. He crashed out. I mean, I guess that's PvP for you. That's the thing with any... We've talked about this in the past. Like, PvP gacha games are just brutal in terms of, like... You always have to have the most up-to-date things. Like, otherwise you just get stomped all the time. And Karen, how's it going? Golden Week should be another teams thing. Goku versus Team Frieza. So that feels like that would be fairly one-sided, I think. I don't know. I guess people would pick Frieza. Prof will pick Frieza. The Legend Goku event a couple of weeks ago, Alan Martian Vegeta one-shotted him. Yeah, I'm not surprised. You wouldn't even be able to stack with characters now in that event, would you? It would all just be over too quickly. To redo my teams for Battlefield, I think. The baby fight being a little bit too close for comfort. Right, so let's go back to this. But yeah, the biggest problem with this is like needing a specific rotation. Right. In Legends, they're doing Team Bardock versus Team Frieza. 90% of the player base is Bardock. Damn. I mean, Bardock is an incredibly popular character, though, so I mean, I'm kind of not surprised. Yeah, so the part 2 banner, I'm just looking at how I'm going to do my schedule. The part 2 banner comes out tomorrow. So it'll be an early stream for me. It comes out at 6. So then I'll have the evening, because I'll be streaming tonight, then streaming super early tomorrow. So then no stream in the evening, and then no one on Wednesday morning. Recover. Team Universe 11 versus Team Universe 7. I'm sorry, no one is picking Team Universe 11 in that scenario. I feel like Goku and Vegeta is kind of the only one of those things that they could do that's like a worthwhile like split in terms of the team picks. Right, let's give this a try, see if we get a decent RNG. Oof. Nope. I don't know how some people want Dokkan to turn into a PvP game. I certainly hope not. Team Gogeta versus Team Vegeta. Yeah, that's probably the only other one, I guess, that is like a... That'd be interesting to see the split between those.
Alright, let's do this.
Okay, this can work potentially. Okay. It's not a bad first turn. And we've got the other Daima Gokus together on the next turn. Although I have to sacrifice getting decent key for Goma to make sure that Goku gets to get his super off. Yeah, Team Gogeta versus Team Vegito would be interesting for another future player team thing. But yeah, I think Team Goku versus Team Frieza would just be way too one-sided if they did one for like a Namek thing. I just can't see that enough people picking Team Frieza for it to have a chance of winning. Alright, so we got the EX Super on the first turn with the first Goku, so it's a good start. It gives our double Daima Goku rotation on the next turn a buff. EX Super from Tamagami number 3. Okay. It's a crit. Doesn't really do much damage though, but you know. It's all about averages. That is true though, which would be kind of funny. If like, imagine only like 10 people picked Team Frieza, but then they all did all the events, then their average would obviously be incredibly high. So, in theory, it could still work, but there's also the amount of Kiri collected and the average as well, so like it'd be quite hard because all of those players would have to farm, like they'd have to use all their keys, which, as we saw last time, there wasn't a lot of players on both teams that used all their keys, but imagine a Beast Vegito. It's funny because Heroes didn't stay around long enough for a Heroes like Beast Gohan or any sort of variation. Would have been cool. So Adult, Super Saiyan 4, Daima Goku and Mini Forku doing their thing here. Having them on turn 2 is good because then turn 4 is when Mini Ku gets his massive buff and gets the active skill, which then also buffs the Adult Goku. Although I didn't actually see whether the Adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku got his EX Super. I was looking at the chat. Hey, actually getting an EX Super for Tamagami number 2, let's go. With the 30% chance for him to get an EX. Yeah, Heroes did nothing with Super Broly either. Imagine like if Heroes had been around long enough and we'd have got stuff like Super Saiyan 3, Dragon Ball Super Broly and stuff, like, man. That would have been so cool. And we missed out on all of that potential fun stuff. Right, so you can get a bunch of orbs for the giant form Goma here, whilst also saving STR orbs for Goku. Yeah, Tag Beast Gohan and Ultra Instinct Goku would be super cool. Because I wonder what kind of stuff they'll like reach into like the manga to do. Making me miss the hero events. Yeah, it was just fun, like having the thing. You could like you could get all the characters in like a few multis. Obviously, you could rainbow all the characters fairly easily. And yeah, that's the thing. Like the heroes units, they were never at any point like really, apart from the end of 2023. Well, there was never really a major point in history where the heroes team was particularly meta, but it was just super fun. Like, not looking forward to the upcoming World Tournament. I am. Love me some World Tournament. Right, so do this. Hopefully we get the EX Super here with Goku. Because then next rotation, the double Daima Goku rotation can do a lot of damage with the EX Super buff active. Do you think Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku will get one-shot against Beerus? That would be really funny if they added that in. Like, instead of going all the way up to Super Saiyan 3, Goku goes all the way up to, like, Daima Super Saiyan 4 and still gets, like, one shot by Beerus. Still wish we got an LR Heroes unit. I know! Thought they would do it for the last one. It's one of those things that I still think that, like, they didn't know well enough in advance that it was going to be the last one. Because it feels like some of the character choices as well were, like, weird. I feel like the celebration would have been a bit different if they knew in an advanced amount of time that it was going to be the last one. Like, the fact we never got a Heroes Gogeta, I feel like... Because you got to remember, we know they design characters, like, a long time in advance. So they probably had all the Heroes units already planned out, like, animated, all that kind of stuff. Then they found out it was going to be the last one. And then essentially it would be all that work and time and money wasted if they then just scrap it and be like, okay, well now we have to do something else. I mean, really, they could have, I guess they could have got away with scrapping like one character, but then they'd have had to have redone a whole nother character who was then going to be the headliner of the celebration. Because if they were going to do like Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, or I still really wanted to see Kaioken Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Because that is a thing in Heroes, and he looks really cool with like the aura and everything. But we never got that. Now the question is, do I think I do just do this, right? Then I can do that. And give those to you. So you get a little bit of extra attack as well. And then I might as well give the other one to you. Yo, CM, how's it going? Oh yeah, we are excited for a World Tournament. It's been a while. First World Tournament of 2026. And it took us until almost halfway through the 4th month of the year for us to finally get our first World Tournament. 200 million for Daima Goku on this turn. But even then, like, look at the damage compared to how much health he's got. But yes, I will be doing the World Tournament weekend special event. Has been a while. Yeah, I haven't attempted it since, was it yesterday morning on stream that we had a couple of attempts? And then after that I hadn't tried again at all. Okay. Yeah, everybody doing that little bit of extra damage from everybody picking up the STR orbs there. Wait, what? He took 700k? Bruh. Unbelievable. They have heroes units made already, but since it ended, they couldn't put them all out on the last Hero Celebration. No, I think if they had some made already, like designed and animated and stuff, I feel like when they found out it was going to be the last one, they'd have just put all of them out, even if it meant more than usual coming out in one go. I once got a top 30 when the free-to-play Super Saiyan LR Goku came out. Damn. Top 30, that's impressive work. I'm trying to think, the highest I got to was like 100 and something, I think. But that was back when I still worked nights at the last job I had. And so I played, like, it was a weekend where work was basically dead. So I basically just got to grind for like 12 hours non-stop. Played it on the way home, played it when I got home. Only slept for like 4 or 5 hours and then just got straight back onto doing it again. I didn't particularly enjoy it. I probably wouldn't ever, well, I say probably, I wouldn't ever do that again. I mean, another World Tournament goal, like how it was when you had beans on toast. That was pretty funny. I will probably do what I did last time, because I did it last time because I had to start late, but it was kind of fun. I probably will make it a thing going forward that, like, the very final goal for, like, the stream is that I will basically just, like, on the last day, try and go all the way until the end, if we get the time. Because I think we did do that last time. Did it go all the way to the end, or was it just close? I can't remember, but like all the way until the World Tournament ends, which makes the Sunday one end up being like 14 hours or something in total. World Tournament once a month would be horrible. That's the thing, I really appreciate everyone that comes out and supports during the World Tournament weekend events and stuff. And obviously it's the fact that they are not super regular that I think people are able to do that and like give that kind of support. If it was every single month, then it just wouldn't work. Like, I wouldn't expect people to come out and give that kind of support like once every month. Like, and so then the World Tournament weekend events wouldn't be as fun. The fact that they're not as regular. Plus, it would be tough for me. I mean, it's, you know, your boy's getting old. Streaming for like 12 hours, well, it's 8 hours on the normal days and then potentially longer on like the Sunday. Doing that every like couple of months is fine. It's like the reason why I changed the format in the first place, which again, shout out to Little Blue, because it was her idea. But before I switched it over to the like spreading it across 3 days, I tried to do the 24-hour one, and I think I made it to like 20. Was it 22 and a half hours? So I only had like an hour and a half to go, and there were people in the chat that were like, oh, I'll put that last hour and a half on the timer, and it's just like, no, I can't do it. I was like falling asleep in my chair, because it's tough to try and do that to do it for 24 hours straight. So switching it over to the multiple days thing works a lot better. And then, yeah, we just carry the time over to the next day anyway, so. That's true. I am an unk. I have achieved unk status. I'm kind of excited for it, but Baba is grinding. Oh right, yeah, like Baba Yaga. I mean, that's the thing. There's always the couple of people that are the usual suspects, as it were, that are always in the top. But that's the other cool thing about the World Tournament weekend streams as well. I know, like, most people... Great, another Tamagami cell. Most people that do Dokkan content will stream at some point during the World Tournament. It usually is a thing that a lot of people do. But no one else does the same kind of, like, big, long event. So, because I'm live over so much of the weekend, and I'm live for so long, a lot of people like to come and hang out while they're doing their own grinds and stuff. So we very regularly have a lot of the people who are the big World Tournament grinders like come through the stream. Baba Yaga's been there. I'm trying to think who the other one is that comes in fairly regularly. It's not Katomi. It's not Katomi, is it? They have like a Japanese name for like their account. I'm trying to remember what it is though, but yeah, there's a few people who are like the big names of the World Tournament. Lotad as well sometimes. Like a couple of these people swing by and hang out for a little bit during the weekend. Yeah, Discord's been there before as well. Like, yeah, I remember there was at least one. We've done at least one of the World Tournament weekend events where basically like all three of the people who were the top 3 people on the leaderboard had like come through the stream at some point. Not at the same time, but that would be kind of funny because then they'd all be in the same boat of like grinding whilst also somewhat half distracted. But hey, no worries, Team Apocalypse, take it easy, have a good night. Yeah, we can't have double Super Saiyan 4 Goku turn. Wi-Fi must be bad right now. Stream won't even load. Damn. Yeah, first World Tournament weekend event of 2026 incoming. Yeah, we were saying this yesterday, but one of the things that makes this mission so annoying is the fact that, like, to have a really good shot at doing it, you need to have a really good starting setup. So if you don't, then it's just one of those constantly jumping in and then having to, like, jump out and restart. Yeah, see, you can't have a Goku on turn 1 and then the other Goku on turn 3. Because then I'd have to float off the first Goku, which then means on turn 4 I'd have no Goku. Like...
All right, let's do this.
See, where's the other... We've got mini Goku on turn 1 and then both the adult Gokus on turn 2. I mean, we've been saying for years, like, how good it would be for an update if you could actually just pick your starting rotations. But, man, that would help so much with this mission in particular.
All right, let's do this.
Being able to start with, like, Goma and adult Goku on one rotation. I mean, even Goma being in slot 3 is probably not ideal, but I guess we give it a try. It's not the best starting rotation with Goma not being on the first 2 turns, but considering we've had multiple non-starts, we might as well give this one a go. Although we're immediately starting off with a rotation where we can't get the 24 key for Goku, so that's not great. Having some issues on the YouTube side, it seems. I'm not sure if this setup is going to be enough here. Because that's the other thing as well. Mini Goku being on turn 1 means he doesn't get his big attack turn until turn 5. Because he won't get it on turn 3. I mean, at least on this rotation, the Tamagamis get to be in their ideal slots, but again, no 24 key for Goku, so... I was going to grind the Whis event, but it's gone for the local. Oh, right, is it gone until the update comes out tomorrow? I mean, to be fair, there's no point. I guess with it being updated tomorrow, grinding it now is kind of a waste of the stamina and everything, I suppose. You might as well, I guess, even though it's not the most exciting thing, might as well just link level until the revamped version comes out. I'm looking forward to seeing how that looks after the update, and if it's how much better than what we have right now for the Whis event it is. Because there is potential, but man, is that event like irritating to farm. I posted a tweet about it yesterday, like the number of times I've gotten the like had Beerus appear recently, so that gives you a guaranteed gold, and it's just been a level 7 super attack, like a skill orb that I would literally never use. So yeah, hopefully we can start getting some more good ones. Yeah, global data download happened just before the stream started, I think. Right, so... Oh yeah, that's the problem with having the setup that we did. Is Goma coming onto this turn. I can't float off the mini Goku. It means I have to float off the Goma, which means I'm not going to get him back before... Yeah, this one's a wash. I can't have the starting rotation be that. Doesn't work. This is what I mean, again, with this mission. Like, so many pieces have to fall into place for it to actually work.
Alright, let's do this.
We've got the Tamagami turn. Yeah, no, this doesn't... Well, I mean... Starting rotation is definitely not ideal. But we have these guys all together on the first turn. do that so we can drop down the STR orbs for Goku. Yeah, I don't know how the heck you're meant to do this if you didn't pull Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku. I guess because the Tamagamis are on mission execution. Isn't like Deborah's pretty good, right? I don't know if you could do it with a Deborah team, but I don't have Deborah, so. So the Tamagami turn not exactly doing groundbreaking damage or anything. I have 500 yellow coins and 1 dupe of Goma. Should I buy another copy to get him to 79%? If he's a unit that you use fairly regularly, then I would say it is worth it because he is really good. I'm not even sure how many yellow coins I have, because yellow coins are not exactly a resource that you get regularly much anymore. I need to double check how many yellow coins I've got, because I've got 1 dupe in mine and I would quite like to get a second one. But yes, Dokkan should absolutely avoid ever doing anything to do with the 6-7 meme. The sooner that goes away and dies completely, the better. Is Tech Shen Easier the return of physical Kami? Potentially. You can just see that now for the first Chat Picks the World Tournament Team Challenge at the weekend. Having to use the Tech Shen and Kami on the team. Wow, Goma actually getting hit. Alright, so then do that. It's not the ideal rotation spot for Tamagami number 1, but it'll do. Team Universe 6 versus Universe 7. Again, that would be like super one-sided, I think. There would be people that would pick Universe 7, but a lot of people, for a number of reasons, whether they are good or bad, like don't like Universe 6 at all. So and there's a lot of people that just wouldn't pick Universe 6. I mean, last year Golden Week was Universe 6 versus Universe 7 technically. I was going to say, Drace would pick Universe 6, and I was right. My goat Magetta. Okay, so I feel like we're going to be in the same situation we were last time, where we're on this big turn 4, but now Tamagami number 3 is just going to get killed in slot 3. I'll take it. Wasn't quite the setup I was hoping for, but I've not heard any of the TOP in dub. The fact that they called Topo top was just enough for me to know I never wanted to see it. Yeah, the addition of the friend being the one on the turn here is pretty good, with the mini Goku buff and then all those STR orbs. 170 on the additional. And then 180. Just need Tamagami number 3 to not sell this time, and then we might actually get it done this time. Oh yeah, the English version of the UI song is awful, yeah. Why? Why is it like this? He's in slot 3 as well, which is the slot he wants to be in, to have all of his passive active. And he's still just an absolute salesman.
All right, let's do this.
Miniku in slot 7 means no. The problem is they're weak, like Tamagami number 3, and to be fair, all the other ones are weaker when the other ones aren't with them, for like the links and stuff. But just can't, like, you can't run a Tamagami rotation and it be effective because they don't do enough damage. You have to have the Super Saiyan 4 Gokus as like the linchpin of the rotation, really. But yeah, turn 4 when Goku gets the attack buff, he just absolutely destroys Tamagami number 3, which is annoying. But like this turn, they'll all be fine. Like Tamagami number 1, tanking for double digits in slot 1. Actually getting the EX Super for Tamagami number 2, let's go. It's like when it's all 3 of them together, they're not too bad. But yeah, Charles, how's it going? Yeah, we're gonna have to do this because I don't want to float off the mini Goku, but let me go and get good key for. I mean, I could do this, and then at least he would be back on turn 5, which is fine because he only really needs to have that one big attack turn with the active skill. So I could do that. Yeah, man, this mission is something else. I like the idea of them giving us missions that do encourage you to use the free-to-play units as well, but man, think a little bit more about the like power balancing next time. You gotta beat there's a mission to beat this stage against the Anniversary Goku with all 3 of the free-to-play Tamagami units on the team, and you have to do it in 5 turns. You probably could argue that it's the hardest mission in the game currently, and I probably wouldn't disagree. Yeah, at least we got the EX. But Goku just on a rotation with the Tamagamis doesn't exactly have crazy links active or anything. It's not impossible, it's just very difficult. I mean, I say it's not impossible, I still haven't managed to do it yet, but... Nice. Tamagami number 1 getting the EX. It should give us way more stones for beating this mission for how hard it is. Yeah! That's kind of been a trend with Dokkan for a while now for some of these like really, really hard missions where it's like they add in these missions that are insanely difficult and then you get like 2 stones for beating it. It's like, bruh. Alright, so we do this. Yeah, you take your 1 stone and you'll like it. Exactly. I mean, this event isn't that hard. The mission is hard. That was one of my complaints about the anniversary, like, special battle, that it just wasn't hard enough. Remember, like, the GDC special battle, the Zamasu and Goku Black was the hardest fight in the game for a while. And then this one came out and it's like, oh, this is pretty easy. Yeah, we'll get our Seriously Serious event tomorrow with the tickets, the free tickets. Those will be the only summons that I'll be doing for the Part 2 LR Piccolo. It's just the free tickets. See, I didn't get the Nappa and Vegeta, so it's not like a super priority for me to get the Piccolo. Hopefully the private server will get updated. Because it still hasn't been updated with like the Raditz and Nappa EZAs. And loads of people are asking about it in the Discord, and basically it's just like the only response that we're getting is that the guy that runs it is busy. That's it. Kind of annoying, because obviously like I don't use the paid version, so I have no sort of like grounds to complain, but I would imagine if you're one of the people that uses the paid version, you'd be pretty annoyed that, although to be fair, I don't actually know, they might be on the paid version, which would make sense, but yeah, I don't know, this mission, the event is fine without the Daima characters, but this mission without like a Daima leader or anything, I imagine would be insanely hard. But yeah, we're just in the same boat as we were on the exact last 2 attempts, that we only survive this turn if Tamagami number 3 actually dodges the attacks. And he is going to action break one of them, but then he's still got to get attacked twice after that, so if he doesn't dodge those attacks, then we just die. Which is always fun. Okay, he tanked 1. Okay, wow, we just about survived both. Was that not turn 4 then? Oh no, it was. Interesting. Okay, so active with you. This is turn 5, so we have to win this turn. The person that designed this mission knew what they were doing. Yeah, 100%. Oh, they absolutely knew what they were doing. They are a monster. Alright. Hopefully Goku should just get it done here. Massive G, how's it going? Oh, JP lists the name of the person who suggested the thing. That's interesting. And kind of cool. Oh, he didn't get the EX, did he? That's why our attack's lower than, like, the last time, even though we got more STR orbs. So yeah, we're not going to kill him. Even though we used the nuking item and everything, we're still not going to kill him. Nice. It's good just waking up extra early on my day off. Gotta love that. Ooh. Yeah, that used to happen to me when I would be on in my previous job, because I rotated between working days and nights. And after I would do a set of day shifts, I'd have to get up at like just before 6 AM, like for work. And so then almost guaranteed on like my first day off after doing 4-day shifts, I would wake up at like 6 AM just naturally, because I had for the last like 4 days in a row. Even if I went to bed like fairly late on the evening of the 4th day, which didn't really ever happen because I'd be so tired from... So, I'm trying to think what other... Is there actually any other way to do this? Like... Because I feel like you have to use the Daima Gokus to do the damage, like, strategy. So I don't know... I don't know if there is any other way of doing this. Because you have to have the Tamagamis on the team. They don't really do much, so... I guess it doesn't matter too much if they're not on the leaders, like on the full leader skill, if we used somebody else, but... Is there someone else we could run under the Goku leader skill that would just do more damage than Goma? Martian Vegeta doesn't really work on this team. When can we exchange into Goku? GT Heroes or Power of Wishes on the team? Yeah, these guys aren't on Power of Wishes for some reason. Maybe you? But then you don't have the GT Heroes allies, so you don't get your intro. So that gives him an additional super and guaranteed crits on the first turn. But then he will have the Dragon Fist active skill as well, so maybe that would be helpful. But now we need it so that the rotations are a Goku and the Mini Goku and a Goku and the Gogeta.
Alright, let's do this.
Okay, so we've got one. Okay, so we've got both, okay. Okay, so we've got a somewhat decent start. It just needs to all fall together. And he doesn't have a Ki Blast super, so Gogeta can't counter. Do that though, that should drop the STR orbs for Goku. There we go. Okay. Okay, so 41 million from Gogeta to start with. But the big thing for Gogeta is the fact that on the next turn he can just use the Dragon Fist. So we'll have like double active skill next turn. I don't know if overall he does more damage than Goma or not on this team setup is the only issue. Yeah, you can't really get like a great setup for link partners and stuff because you have to use specific characters. So we're kind of limited on who we can put on the team. Okay, it's not the worst damage, I guess. But don't have Goma. Yeah. Yeah, Goma's a good choice, but I don't know if you necessarily have to have them. Hope Baby Gohan and Goten are on the banner. I think it's Goma's turn to be featured. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, there's enough tech orbs. We can still get the 24 key there. There's just not a lot of STR orbs in general on the field currently, which is a bit annoying. So yeah, I think maybe Gohan and Goten technically will be on the banner unfeatured, but yeah, I think Goma will be featured. Gohan and Goten returns for Golden Week or the LR banner after that. Okay. This won't be a Carnival LR, no, it's just a normal part 2. Okay, so we don't get the Goku active skill this turn. We do get to Dragon Fist. Yeah, there's no way to connect up any like STR orbs for him, is there? No. That's annoying. Goma isn't a carnival LR. Goma's just a yellow coin LR. Probably surprising. A lot of people probably forget he's a yellow coin LR because he's actually so good. The problem is the banner won't be particularly good because it's going to be one of those yellow coin but with the pity, so it's going to be a 10 featured unit banner. So it's not going to be great. Okay, time I go. Oh god, he needs to dodge this. There we go. Okay. Yeah, Piccolo seems really good and like he'll be really fun, but he's definitely not like a go-to, like you must pull this unit sort of guy. He's one of those like fun to have but not like need to have units, basically. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. So when we finally have a decent chance, like with how the rotation is set up, we get a terrible orb change for the orb changing item. Bruh. At least he got the EX, but... Yeah, I need to double check how many yellow coins I have, because... Although, should I save for when Piccolo comes back? The only problem is if Piccolo comes back on the banner that I will then want to summon on. That's what always happens. I'll end up saving my coins, and then when he comes back on a banner, I'll just pull him straight away anyway. Yeah, we're not even going to get close on this one. Jeez. A good Vegeta family setup. It's mostly a lot of the LR, Goku and Vegeta exchange characters. Vegeta family is not in the best spot in terms of overall team quality, unfortunately. Yeah, we have to win this turn, which I don't think we can do. Don't know how much the friend Goku takes from the super as well. He might just die. Yep, great. Oh. Is Tech Martian Vegeta good enough? No. I think Tech Martian Vegeta has been outdated for quite a while now. Unfortunately. He was a fun unit with his EZA when he came out, but I don't think he's been meta relevant for a while now. I mean, that was one attempt with the Gogeta. I don't know if Gogeta is the right choice or not. But, like, who else is there? Gohan can do some big damage, but not straight away. And he doesn't have the bond of Master and Disciple allies. Super Saiyan 3 to Super Saiyan 4 Goku can do some okay damage, but he can only transform on turn 5. So that's the final turn anyway. AGL Kai Goku? I just need someone that can do, like, big damage. Yeah, Piccolo does seem kind of like Jiren. It'd be nice if I had more dupes in my Gogeta as well, to be fair, but... Okay, so we've got them to go. Okay, so we've got the rotations that we want to start with. Though, yeah, Gogeta's only going to be on turn 2 and then turn 4. Okay. In Martian Vegeta, yeah, can be in slot 1. In some events, yeah, it kind of depends. It's not the best key, is it? Can Mini Forku go in slot 1 on the first turn? Although I don't think it matters, because it's not going to connect any of these STR orbs anyway, is it? No. I think we need to have Gogeta on turn 1, which is just yet another layer of, like, having to restart, reset, which is really annoying, but...
Alright, let's do this.
Okay, well, having the Mini Forku on the turn as well is not ideal, but... At least Forku should have all of his, like, adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku should have all of his links active here. Because, yeah, this way we can wait until turn 5 to use the Dragon Fist. But yeah, when you go into the standby with Piccolo as Goku, like, you could just stay as Goku for the rest of the fight, because so many of the fights aren't long enough now to see the full 10 turn, like, it's standby anyway. but Goku's going to be very, very strong defensively. But yeah, Mini Forku will come back on turn 4, which means that'll be his big attack buff turn, and then we can use the active skills. So that seems good. Okay, so man, not the best turn for Ki. I wonder if it's one of those things where, like, is it worth using one of these, like, straight away? Because it's better to get the 24 Ki with Goku than to not get it. But we run the risk of it just not working. Okay, it did, fortunately. And then we still got one for the other Super Saiyan 4 Goku. And that might come back to bite us, but... what teams could he go on other than Saiyan Saga? I'd have to double check, because we saw his details yesterday and I can't memorize them. But, I haven't memorized them yet. But he doesn't have any restriction for, like, Saiyan Saga allies or anything, does he? The only problem is because he's just a Piccolo and not a reversible exchange or anything like that, he's only on Piccolo categories. So, let me double check. Go to Dokkan. So yeah, he's on Saiyan Saga, Earth Protecting Heroes, the Namekians, Worthy Rivals, All Out Struggle, Battle of Wits, Gifted Warriors, Earthbred Fighters, Demonic Power, Successors, Final Trump Card, Connected Hope. So I mean, Demonic Power can still be a pretty decent team, I guess. Final Trump Card, Earth Protecting Heroes, obviously a pretty good team. Let me check the database thing. Do they show it on Dokkan database? Have they got a section for that yet? The list of his medals are available and stuff. 200% plus leaders. Right, so do this. Then oof, not a lot of Ki for Gogeta here, unfortunately. But I need to set up orbs for the Goku for the next turn, really, so it's not going to be a lot of them, unfortunately. Yeah, he's not on a lot of, like, full 220 leads, I don't think. It's a shame that, like, because of how crazy, like, because the special beam cannon is, like, a crazy thing. It'd be cool if he was on uncontrollable power because of it, but... yeah, he's not on the Martian Vegeta full team. Yeah, Gogeta's obviously not going to do crazy damage this turn, which is a little bit unfortunate, but... yeah, he just doesn't have a lot of teams. What's Daima Goku's leader skill? Demonic Power, and then... yeah, no, he's not on any of those other ones, so... Okay. So this is where we now go ham with the active skills. And obviously hope that we can get a good orb change for the Super Saiyan 4 Goku. It's going to be cutting it close again, unfortunately. Yeah. Bro, really? This is what I said about like why it was a risk to use the ones from like earlier on. So yeah, I'll just have to leave them all there for the Goku on the next turn now. So that was a complete waste. Yeah, walk through Hellfire for 3 Dragon Stones. Is it 3? Oh, that's more than I thought. I thought it was like 1 or 2. At least he got the EX, so it means that the Goku and Gogeta on the next turn are going to hit harder. Yeah, I don't know if we can quite get there. Nice, Goku actually dodging the super. Let's go. Oh yeah, Tamagami number 2 also has to dodge like the attacks in slot 3 here, I think. I don't know if he can tank. He might be able to tank a normal or 2, maybe. I guess it depends how many supers he gets as well. Yeah, Preston, how's it going? Because yeah, that's the thing we said the other day, right? It's like with these missions, it's like having to use the Tamagamis isn't the end of the world. Or having to beat it in 5 turns isn't the end of the world. It's doing both of them at the same time is what makes this difficult. Alright, it's Dragon Fist from Gogeta. Ooh. Who tanks better on this turn? I would imagine probably the Rainbow Friend Goku. Also, there's no key for Gogeta again, so that's kind of awkward. Yeah, I think we're probably out of luck again here, I think. Right for the God Shen Easy A. I mean, it seems pretty good. Right. It'd be funny to run him on like the Realm of Gods team with the Anniversary UI Goku. Get the no more kicking TURs era. We did have a lot of them, which was funny. But yeah, I don't think we've... Man, if Gogeta had actually got his 18 key, like if we'd actually been able to get key for Gogeta, I think we would have done it. Or if, you know, we'd actually got a good STR orb change last time, we would have done it. Shout out to Christopher on the Twitch side. Here's the thing, Dokkan never does anything with, like, the Dragon Ball community memes. Oh, he did it anyway. Let's go. Oh. Finally. Just in time for the end of the stream as well. That all kind of worked out quite nicely, didn't it? Oh my goodness, that was a nightmare. There's a new. It's kind of funny to think that was a new record time, considering we were using 3 free-to-play units on the team as well. There we go. Mission D. 2 stones. Let's go. I mean, I've still got to do this one for beating it with an R or N unit on the team, which I keep trying to do it with the Cyberman team and just using the int nuking item for the int one, and it just doesn't work. Yeah, what's this? Oh, right, there's a problem with, like, the evasion thing. Hell yeah, get my 1 stone for the weird UI Goku dodge bug that apparently was a thing that I never noticed because I don't think it ever happened to me. Well, there you go, we finally did our mission after multiple attempts and after hours of combined gameplay in order to actually get it done. To get our 2 stone reward. Let's go. Hell yeah. Now I've got to try and do it again with the Cyberman team. Because in theory, as long as the Cybermen like do just dodge, then it'd be fine. But it's the fact that they keep not dodging. Because you do that, and then you get the int nuking item for the int Cyberman. According to Proton, the boost for the Whis event is just using your boost for the double stamina thing. Okay. Well, I guess it is having the stamina halved as well, but... Yeah, we just managed to beat the mission on the last run. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta came in clutch on turn 5 with the active skill and a couple of additional supers. So the mission is finally done. And I got my very worthwhile 2 Dragonstone reward for the amount of absolute struggle that mission took. It's like that Porn Stars, wherever it is, Porn Shop, like meme. With the guy of like, best I can do is 2 Dragonstones. Is it called Porn Stars? It's like the P-A-W-N, obviously. But yeah, the meme of like, difficult mission that took me over like 3 or 4 hours worth of gameplay to complete. Best I can do is 2 Dragonstones. But yeah, there we go. So that's going to be it for the stream. I appreciate you guys coming out. I should have put the second channel link in the stream earlier, but like an idiot, I forgot. But we'll be live on the second channel a little bit later, playing some more Resident Evil 3, classic 1999 Resident Evil 3. So do go check that out. I'll finish off and post the schedule for this week. Now we know the World Tournament. I've just got to finish it off. But yes, World Tournament weekend event this weekend. First World Tournament of 2026. Hopefully we'll see you guys there. But yeah, we'll be live for some more Dokkan. Obviously tomorrow. The stuff comes out tomorrow. We'll be live a little bit earlier than usual because the stuff comes out at like 6 AM UK time. So I will be live for 6 AM for the stuff to come out. We'll do our Seriously Serious mission, get our free tickets. I probably will only do the free tickets. Like I say, the banner is probably a skip for most people, but I will post a Summon or Skip video later today going over the details of the banner and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's going to be it from me. Hopefully I'll see you guys later for the Resident Evil 3 stream over on the second channel. But I appreciate you all coming out. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow on the Twitch side, all that good stuff. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.